The political landscape in the UK has just been shaken again, and this time, it's another blow to Labour and Keir Starmer's leadership. Reform UK, led by Nigel Farage, has snatched yet another council seat, this time in Milton Regis. While this might seem like a small local election, it carries significant implications for the future of UK politics. Today, we'll unpack what this means for Labour, what Reform UK's growing influence signals, and how this reflects on the current state of British politics. Stick around as we dive into this pivotal moment, analyse the numbers, and discuss what's next for both parties. The by-election results. Let's start with the facts. Reform UK won the Milton Regis ward seat with 33.9% of the vote, a decisive victory over Labour. The seat was previously held by Labour, making this a major setback for the party. What makes this victory even more striking is a candidate, Keir Starmer, just 18 years old, is now the youngest councillor for Reform UK. Securing 272 votes, he defeated Labour's Nicola Nelson, who managed just 200 votes. The Conservatives and Liberal Democrats trail far behind, receiving 99 and 23 votes, respectively. The turnout was low, just 17%, but that's not unusual for a by-election. However, the implications of this result are far-reaching. This wasn't just a loss for Labour, it was a statement. Reform UK managed to swing the vote by 33 points, a seismic shift that speaks volumes about voter sentiment in the area. The context: what happened in Milton Regis? Milton Regis, a village in Swale, Kent, is not traditionally seen as a political battleground, but the resignation of Labour councillor Angelica Valls last month left the seat up for grabs. Labour had hoped to retain the seat with Nicola Nelson, but the electorate had other plans. So, what drove voters to Reform UK? For one, dissatisfaction with Labour's leadership at the local and national level seems to be growing. Keir Starmer capitalised on this discontent by focusing on key local issues. He promised regular communication with residents, clean-up operations to improve safety and hygiene in walkways and alleyways, road safety measures like speed restrictions, investment in social spaces for teens and young adults, collaborating with Kent Police to tackle crime and antisocial behaviour. These promises resonate with voters who feel neglected by the mainstream parties. Reform UK's slogan, family, community, country, strikes a chord with many who feel their concerns are overlooked. Nigel Farage and Reform UK's Momentum. This victory is part of a broader trend. Nigel Farage and Reform UK have been gaining traction in local elections, slowly but steadily building a base. Farage congratulated Keir Starmer on social media, calling the victory another milestone for the party. The party chairman, Zia Yousaf, echoed this sentiment, celebrating the significant swing away from Labour. Yousaf's declaration, "The future is reform," might seem ambitious, but it's hard to ignore the party's growing appeal. Reform UK's strategy is clear. Focus on grassroots issues, present themselves as an alternative to the political establishment, and capitalise on voter disillusionment. And it's working. Labour's growing troubles under Keir Starmer. This by-election loss is yet another headache for Labour. Under Keir Starmer, the party has struggled to maintain its traditional base while also trying to appeal to more centrist voters. This balancing act has left many long-time supporters feeling alienated. The Milton Regis defeat highlights a broader problem: Labour's inability to connect with working-class voters who feel left behind. Reform UK is stepping into this gap, offering simple, relatable messaging that resonates with these communities. Starmer's leadership has been criticised for lacking a clear vision. While he has made efforts to distance the party from the Corbyn era, this has come at a cost. Labour's promises often feel vague or contradictory, leaving voters unsure of what the party stands for. The broader implications. This isn't just about one council seat. The Milton Regis result is a microcosm of a shifting political landscape in the UK. Voters are increasingly disillusioned with the two major parties, turning to alternatives like Reform UK, the Green Party, and independents. For Labour, the warning signs are clear. If they can't hold on to seats like Milton Regis, how will they fare in the next general election? Reform UK may not be a direct threat on a national scale yet, but their growing influence could split votes, making it harder for Labour to secure victories in key constituencies. What's next for Reform UK? Reform UK's success in Milton Regis is a morale boost, but a real challenge lies ahead. The party needs to prove it can sustain this momentum beyond local elections. To do this, they'll need to build a broader policy platform that appeals to a wider audience. Nigel Farage's leadership has been instrumental in the party's rise, but questions remain about whether Reform UK can thrive without his direct involvement. For now, though, victories like this one show that the party is more than just a fringe movement. The Milton Regis by-election is a wake-up call for Labour and a significant win for Reform UK. It's a reminder that voters are looking for real solutions to their problems, not empty promises or political posturing. For Keir Starmer, this loss underscores the urgent need to reconnect with the party's base and offer a compelling vision for the future. For Nigel Farage and Reform UK, it's another step toward political relevance. As the UK's political landscape continues to evolve, one thing is clear: the old rules no longer apply. The rise of Reform UK and the challenges facing Labour are just the beginning of a new chapter in British politics. Stay tuned, because this is a story that's far from over.